Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast. All the stuff we did not get to during the course of the show today. Gavin looks like he's going to be out a little bit longer for his paternity leave. I think his wife got COVID maybe or something. So just thoughts and prayers, T's and P's, as Betty would say. A lot of stuff going on inside of that house. So hopefully next week he'll be back. We are going to be out on Monday for a holiday, and we might possibly be out Friday. We're not sure. Betty Rock needs some time off as well. And so she deserves that because she has worked really hard and never takes any time off. So
thank you.
Yeah, you definitely don't use all your vacation days. No. I've got some that I'm going to end up burning this year as well. But that's just the job. That's just what you do.
No.
It is.
I think we should sit down. We should sit down with the counselor and talk about what just is and what just isn't.
It's just the job. It's just the way it is.
No, we should sit down with somebody and be like, okay, this is how he sees it. This is how I see it.
Yeah. But you're happy.
Am I?
Am you? I don't know.
That sounds healthy, but you're happy,
yeah,
okay?
Right?
You're happy.
You are happy. Look at me. You are happy. I remember my dad was like, you want to cry? I'll give you something to cry about. Like, wow. Okay.
Good times. Good times.
You better put a smile on your face. My mom, that was a big one for her. She had this thing like where she would somehow grab you by the ear. And your ear is a pretty dead zone, like not a lot of feeling there. That's why you can pierce it. I don't know how, but she made it hurt. And she would get right in your ear and be like, if you don't stop this right now, I swear we are going home and you are in so much trouble. And then someone would be like, Sandy, how are you? Oh, I'm great. Like it's that happy mom. Yeah.
But that shows the complete opposite of how we were, because when I was a kid, I got in trouble once.
You remember one time?
Yeah, for running in church, and my mom cried the whole time my dad was spanking me.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
And I never did it again.
I remember one time being very disrespectful to my dad at probably 13, and he was like, all right, this is it. You're either grounded or you can take the belt. And I'm like, I don't want to be grounded. Let's take the belt. Do your worst, you know? And it was just like, and that don't ever challenge a person with a belt.
Yeah, especially when you're cocky like that.
Yeah, I got what I deserved. I'm like, yeah, I'll take the spanking because, I mean, it's going to be over in just a few seconds. That's fine.
But it hurt?
Oh, yeah. He leaned into that one a smidge. But, I mean, again, like being an arrogant punk kid, honestly, I deserved it. Like, I deserved it. And, like, most of the stuff in my life, I get that I deserve what I've gotten.
What?
Yeah, I'm admitting that. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to talk about the weekend? How'd your weekend go?
My weekend was horrible.
Why was it horrible?
My wife came home and no, I'm kidding. No, like it started off great. Like we went out. Did
you go see that movie? There was some
No, we didn't see it. No, like I started to go play pickleball on Saturday morning, like I do a lot. But then they have these little kids volleyball thing, and it eats up like 3 of the courts, so it just gets way backed up. So I told my wife, I said, "Hey, I'll just go get you a donut, and I'll get my coffee, and I'll come home early." And so I did that. And then I posted a funny video, though. The kid put the donut in a bag. It was in our stories. And it had this little dip of chocolate where it got on the bag. I'm like, oh, my gosh, I got to get this right. I cut the bag open. I take a spatula and scrape that tiny piece of chocolate and put it back on the donut because I'm like, she'll know. Oh she'll know.
You make her sound like she's prima donna.
So anyway, like I was like, hey, why don't we get the bikes down and we'll go for a ride? And so we haven't done a ride in a while. I usually like riding in the woods, like mountain biking. I don't like just riding through the neighborhood a whole lot, but it was fun. Like we were talking, we're just kind of laughing, like just kind of, it was good for her to be home. And so we go and we ride. And then I start trying to show off at the end.
It always goes wrong.
I know, of like how like hard up this hill I could go. And I'm going at it hard. Like I did 18 miles an hour uphill. Like I was
And all
going.
you had in your system was that coffee.
That was it.
You know what was driving you?
Yeah.
Was the coffee.
Because
you didn't get it decaffeinated,
No, I did not.
So, yeah.
And I got I went, you would have been proud of me. I went and I got a medium, But the lady goes, I don't know what happened. I made you a large. I am so
she
sorry.
did
Honest,
not.
truthful. She goes, I don't know what happened.
Grief.
She goes, and I even put an extra pump of everything in. And I was just like, okay, thank you. I needed 2 extra pumps the way I do the beast. But I'm like, yo, you're the best. Thank you so much. So I drank it. I got through it.
Oh, wow. You suffer.
But you're right. So I get done going up this hill, and then I come down the other side, and I'm on the home stretch to my house, and I'm on my bike, and all of a sudden I start feeling like I'm going to throw up. My stomach gets so sick.
I wonder why.
I'm lightheaded.
What?
And I'm like just trying to get around to my cul-de-sac, and I get down and I set my bike against my truck, and I lay down on my driveway.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm about to throw up. And like, it was so bad. And my wife's like, you okay? And I'm like, I don't think so right now. So that's how I ended up there. And then, like, we went to Saturday. I hate planning things for Saturday night because then you just look forward to it. And then, like, you're like,
and
well,
your weekend flies.
Yeah, and then we're going to have to leave at 6. And so I don't really want to start this project until such and such, you know. And so then you end up wasting time. And I was really glad we went out with Pastor Chad, Engineer Phil, and their wives. Wonderful. Like, great evening. Had the best time. Love it. But like I was looking forward to it, and so my Saturday flew by. The only thing I did this weekend that I was remotely impressed with was my dishwasher was leaking water. Pulled it out. I finally found the problem. It was an intake pump, so a little pump, and I found it, and I dismantled it, and I ordered another one from Amazon for $13, and I installed it. And I fixed my dishwasher for $13,
well done.
which I know would have cost me at least $150 to have somebody come out and fix it. So I was really happy about that.
That reminds me, just recently, we can do a Boss Queen moment about
good.
this.
I'll write that down for
the little icon in Jubal came up that said that I had low tire pressure.
Mine did too.
It seems like this happens all the time. But for Christmas, I think it was for Christmas.
Your dad
Maybe
got
it was my birthday. My dad got me this air pump that you have to plug it into the cigarette lighter, and then it'll create the air. And so anyways, I didn't know which tire
For
it
modern
was.
kids, that's the AC adapter. They didn't even know what cigarette lighters were.
That's true. So I didn't know which tire it was that was flat because they all looked fine to me. But I knew from the Valvoline guide that you have to pop the door and there's a sticker on the inside.
Yes.
So I did that. And
It shows you the tire pressure.
yeah, but there were all kinds of different symbols on the machine that my dad had got me. It was like BPs, KPPs, and TPTPTs.
Okay.
And so I didn't know which was which, but I did see one that said
TPT is the tire pressure sensor.
Okay,
or
sure.
TPS.
Sure, whatever. Anyways, one of them matched one of the settings on the machine, and I was like, I'm going to aim for that one and that number. So I unscrewed the little cap, plugged the little thing in there, started it, and the little icon came off.
Lo and behold. See, yours worked. That's the way to do
Did
it.
it all by myself.
Mine came on. And I went, I thought, maybe it's the heat making the tires expand. And I've never seen them register for two full because they all looked fine. So I put my tire gauge on them. Everything was fine. Zero problems. And one of them, I even bled it down lower because it was a little higher. Still, like the light, and I can't get the light off. So I think my tire pressure sensor has actually probably gone bad.
In your truck? Or
in the truck.
Oh.
So maybe one of the tires maybe I hit a pothole and it went bad or something. But so I got to look into that still.
Your truck's coming to the tail end.
No, I mean, I got 160,000 miles on it. I looked at new trucks the other day, and like the one I looked at that I wanted was $77,000
Good
for
Lord.
a truck.
What do you want?
It
The
was
one
a
of
Ford
Tesla
Raptor.
trucks? Oh.
No, I don't want one of those. It was a Ford Raptor. Oh, and it wasn't even new. $77,000. And I went, I'm keeping my truck. I'm going to run my truck till it dies because it's paid for and it's still good. I mean, 150,000 miles on a Toyota is nothing, you know, and it still looks good. Like there's nothing wrong with it. So yeah, there's no way. Like buying a car right now is crazy town.
Yeah.
Everything's so inflated. So not going to do
Well,
that.
and talk about inflation. So Wally
Speaking of my tires.
so Wally went to an Italian place over in Columbia, Tennessee on Saturday with Chad and Phil. And your bill for you and Marty.
One entree, a dessert, and two sodas. I got the Mexican Coke in a bottle. So good. $56.
$56. That's insane.
And it was fine. Like it wasn't bad. You know, it was I'm not mad at it. But for spaghetti that cost about $1.50 to make that whole plate of spaghetti, to drop $56 was like jarring.
I know.
The cake alone was $11. Like we got cheesecake because my wife and I, we had a piece of cheesecake in North Carolina. We still talk about it to this day. It was the.
That's when you know you're getting old.
It was the
Remember
greatest.
that cheesecake
I'm
we
telling
had
you,
back in.
greatest piece of cheesecake I've ever had in my life. My niece has asked me to do her wedding, and she is going to be getting married in North Carolina. And I told her, I don't want a money. I just want a cheesecake from that place. I did. I said that is my fee. Is you have to get me a cheesecake from that place. And she goes, oh my gosh, that was so good, wasn't it? I'm like, it changed all of our lives.
Oh, no, you oversell everything because you oversold those little pancakes in Germany.
I didn't know. No, in Amsterdam, in the airport. I did not oversell that.
Yes, you did.
They're amazing.
So we go on this compassion trip, and we have a layover in Amsterdam, and he talked and talked for years about these little pancakes in the airport at
Zach
Amsterdam.
loves them too, as much as me.
And they sprinkle them with powdered sugar. And I'm thinking, well, they must be pretty amazing. I can't wait to get some. We get to the layover. I order these things. Let me tell you, potties, it's like taking any kind of Bisquick or whatever you want to use, pancake batter, and just making little tiny pancakes. You sprinkle some
powdered sugar
and
the jam. But you didn't do the jam. The jam was the game changer. Yes, the jam
anywhere.
was the game changer. It was Amsterdam jam.
Pancakes.
It was Amsterdam, and it was so amazing.
No, so I'm pretty sure if I tasted this cheesecake, it would be like. I've tasted that.
Do you like cheesecake?
Factory. Yes.
Oh, it would blow the lid off your head because it is better than any Cheesecake Factory is fine, but Cheesecake Factory compared to this cheesecake,
I don't trust
is
your
like
taste buds.
ingesting locusts. It would be. It would taste like that. It would taste so bad compared to this cheesecake.
You're so dramatic.
I am not dramatic. It was amazing. So anyway, that piece was worth it, but this one was good. But so we got it because I'm normally I would never spend $11 on dessert, but it looked like the other one, and we were both very hopeful. We're like, oh, maybe it will be just like that, and it was really good. But it did not change my life.
If the North Carolina cheesecake was a 10, this one that you had Saturday was
7.
Okay,
respectable.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
The North Carolina one, it's next level.
Over.
Yeah, and then Sunday, I don't know. Something hit me. I was so tired. I took like a 2-hour nap in the middle of the afternoon on Sunday, and
You've been
hated
dealing
myself.
with this.
I know. I keep getting like sleepy. I think I have long COVID or something. I don't know. I keep getting really tired.
Okay, well, let me tell you about my weekend.
Are we doing it on time? Hold on. No, we're good.
You will make time, sir. So Friday, I didn't do anything, and it was a lot of fun.
The end.
No. Then Saturday, I had to go to a one-on-one, thankfully, a free one-on-one counseling session with my with my Pilates instructor. Okay, so they were offering free one-on-one classes.
Nice.
And so I went to her because my lower back, I just can't seem to get it in line with the moves and stuff. It bothers me more. And so I needed to change to something. So I went through that with her, and that was super helpful. Then I went to a class. And then after that, I had some friends of mine from church. We all went and met up at her cul-de-sac
Did you do the pool? You did the pool? Because
So
I told
anyway-
Marty you were going to a pool. She goes, that does not sound like Betty.
Oh, it wasn't me. And I didn't even bring a bathing suit. I just put my feet
Shorts in the pool. Yeah.
Feet in the pool. Anyway, there were a bunch of preteen boys there at some birthday party. Okay, you know they're peeing in the pool. You know they are. You know they are. I saw none of them going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm not about to get in that. Anyway, so what my friends and I had done was we just picked up our own food and met there and sat at a table and were eating or whatever. Well, these kids are throwing a football back and forth. Nobody's watching these children.
Watch your kids.
So they throw the football. It lands on my Subway sandwich and knocks my sandwich in my lap.
Because you love food. Like, I'm surprised I'm surprised.
I was livid.
There are not.
I saw red.
Okay, I'm legit. I'm surprised that I didn't see a news story this weekend, like trying to find these kids and like where they disappeared to. I
thought
3
about it.
kids went missing from a pool. Like, oh, that's Betty.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, totally. But I was so angry, and then the kids are like, ooh, like, and I'm I'm like, where are your parents? That's what I felt like saying. But then I was in such shock. I was like, my sandwich is on my lap. What happened? Because I got hit with a football.
Did you put your sandwich back together and eat it?
Let me finish my story. Okay. So this man, I guess was the coach or one of the dads. I don't know. He comes over and he's like, ladies, I am so sorry. Okay. And then he goes, boys, we are visitors here. There are other people here. Like getting on to him and telling him to go to the other side of the pool. And he was like, I'm so sorry. I did not say, oh, don't worry about it.
Ooh,
I didn't say that.
really?
I was like, thank you.
Okay.
Because he should have been watching his kids.
Okay. Was he single dad?
I don't care.
That's a missed opportunity.
No.
If he's single dad, you look at his ring hand, and if he's ring hand, he's
I don't care.
He's trying to regulate it.
And mustard.
I know he's trying to regulate it, and that's where you go. Oh,
no,
it's not a problem.
No,
at all.
I said thank you.
Hey, single dad, it's fine.
No, it just made me so angry. Anyways, yes, I put together my sandwich and I ate it.
Yeah, I'm surprised after a football touched it.
I know, but I was hungry.
I know.
So anyways, then the next day, Sunday, I had to help with the nursery, and I'm doing greeting now. And so it's when the parents come and they drop off their children. And it was great. We had a lot of children. So towards the end, when we went and ate afterwards, I was pooped.
Yeah.
And we went to Jim and Nick's. It cost me $16.
See? Inflation, man.
For just me.
Inflation.
And that doesn't include tip.
Yeah, I don't.
$16.
And we've all just accepted it.
I had to get my own drink, my own utensils. Are you kidding me?
Well, let me tell you this. I paid for breakfast this morning, and my breakfast was $1.35 for my hash browns, and I got a lemonade. Betty Rock's total for her breakfast was $12 at Chick-fil-A.
That wasn't my fault, though, because I was going to get my usual, but then you started going on and on about the parfait, the yogurt parfait, how good it was, and I was like, oh, I'll try it. I didn't pay attention to if there was an extra cost to it.
There might have been.
So
there must have been.
Don't point your finger at me.
Because there's no way that their breakfast combo is $12 and their lunch combo is $10.
I upgraded my drink, but that was like 70 cents. That was like 70 cents.
Well, then the problem is that still their baseline is way too expensive.
No, it's for the Lord.
No, it's not for the Lord. It's for
you
Truett
wouldn't
Kathy.
Understand.
I do understand. Like everything has gotten more expensive, and everyone is like just accepting that this is what it is now, and that's what happens. I mean, that's what happens.
Mr. $50-something for $1.50.
Trust me, I was not happy about that.
Spaghetti.
I was not happy about that at all.
$11 for a 7.5 cheesecake.
Yeah. Now, if that had turned out to be a 10, that would have been money well spent because then I'd be down there today.
Let me ask you if the guy that was, let's say your waiter at this Italian place was like, you said, sir, it's taken a while to get our order. Like we ordered about an hour ago. And he's like, listen, dude, this isn't Olive Garden.
I've been here before. I've been to this movie. It's the Blue Ridge guy with barbecue.
Would the cheesecake have lost a rating or two from?
Oh, you mean at the good cheesecake place?
No, this is at the bad cheesecake.
Oh yeah, it would have been.
Would it have then been a 6 or
been a
5?
6? Now the guy at the good cheesecake place,
the North Carolina
place, could have had the cheesecake come out 2 hours late, been slightly spoiled, maybe even have a tire track in it, and I would eat it and be like, "Thank you, thank you for whatever it took you to get this here. I don't even care how late it is, whatever. Thank you, it was worth it."
What if it's hypothetical Hayden that's giving you that cake?
I might love him as a son again.
What?
Yeah, it was. I'm telling you, man. There are very few things.
You are overselling it. I'm telling you, if I try a piece, it's going to taste like one that I would get from the frozen food section at Kroger.
It does not.
Yes, it would.
Very rarely.
We got a Sara Lee cheesecake over here. And that's probably what they did. They probably bought them at the grocery store, de-thawed them, and then gave you a slice.
Very rarely.
And you're like, wow.
Does anything change your life on the same par or close to? Not, it can't be the same as Jesus. Like it's just under that. Like it is really good.
That's a bold statement.
Talk about like food being expensive. I have friends coming into town, and I haven't seen them in a long time, and so we're gonna take them to Cork and Cow, which is a really nice steak place here.
Got that ice cream, that
sour
weirdo.
cream ice cream.
Oof.
It's so good. But then, and like this guy makes so much more money than me. It's not even funny. Like he owns.
Oh, your friend.
Oh yeah. Like he's multimillionaire. Like he's doing really good for himself.
Is he single?
No, sorry, only daughters. But like when we were out in California visiting them, like they took us to dinner and we went to this place that we all used to love and stuff like that. And so we're taking them to dinner here. I'm reciprocating that. I know. And I'm like,
did he pay when y'all
He
went?
did.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
So you have to.
It's expensive, though.
I know.
I don't care if it's nice. You take them like Mojo's Tacos
I
or
know,
something.
I know.
McDonald's.
I know, but I'm like going to be on
Cracker
the hook
Barrel.
for this one. Yes.
Waffle House. Be
Yeah.
like, we're coming here for the experience.
Yeah. So
That's going to set you back.
that's going to hurt. I'm going to get water and a salad. I'll get a salad.
And I'm going to like trail in behind and I'm going to order at the bar and be like,
Yeah.
can you put mine on his
Mine
tab?
on his tab over there. I mean, it's good eating, but that's like if something's not even that though. Like some things like, if it's really good, it's worth it. But I don't know.
What
man.
if your friend is like, oh, no, don't worry about it. Let me do it.
Oh no, it's good to see you again, man.
You know what vacation dad feels like.
I
with
know.
that.
I know. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Good
No,
times.
yeah, but no, I'm happy to do it because they're really good friends, and we haven't seen them in a long time.
You
so.
must if you're taking them to Cork and Cow.
I know. Maybe my wife already has reservations too, because I could have been like, we couldn't get reservations. But there's this great place called Mellow Mushroom for Pizza. Have you heard of it? It's pretty great.
Yeah.
What do you got, Lady Rock? Boy, we talked about our own lives for so long.
Yeah, let me do my birthday.
Okay.
Erica wants to wish her sister Kaya a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Kaya. She said that Kaya is the greatest sister and auntie.
Nice.
Aw.
Well, that's good. I love that.
If you could hire a free professional to be at your beck and call for a lifetime, what kind of professional would it be?
Ooh.
You know, I would love to have a professional in clapbacks. And by that, what I mean is there are times where I want to say something to someone that has offended me, but I can't put the words together and I can't think that
Right,
far.
yeah,
I just
and
know
that
that
fast,
I am
yeah.
triggered. And I would love to have someone that I could be like, excuse me, whoever,
Yeah.
can you clap back at this person?
Yeah.
And they could take the hit. And I just would be like,
That's not a bad
I'm
idea.
so sorry. I didn't mean, she said that. Ooh.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a good idea. Because again, if it's not your strong suit, because sometimes people get flustered in the moment and they can't say,
Yeah.
and then they drive home and an hour later like, I should have said.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or like you're trying to create boundaries with people
Yeah.
and like they keep pushing it and this clapback person would be like, listen, she said no.
Yeah.
So deal with it.
I'm pretty good in the moment, usually at getting my point across or saying something, sometimes too good at it. But then there are definitely times that I get home like, I should have said this. And so then I'll call the person and reignite
No,
the
you
argument just so I could get that in there.
So unhealthy.
I think I would have a driver, like someone to drive me places.
You hate driving that much?
No, I could be more productive. Like, if I'm not driving, I could be doing other things, watching TikToks or whatever, you know?
Yeah,
they frown on that.
productive.
Yeah. I could be pulling TikToks for work. I got one for tomorrow. But no,
So
I would
someone's driving you in as early as it is to work every morning.
would love that. Like they do
Well,
that
would
in
you-
New
would
York
you-
all the
I
time.
would sleep. Well, no, I wouldn't because that'd be like a 5-minute
Yeah,
commute.
but for me,
you,
17 minutes. So yeah, I'd probably get ahead on work or just relax or sleep or something. I don't know. It'd
You
be
would
great.
sleep for sure.
Like they do that in New York all the time. Like these guys that live out of the city but work in it, and they'll have drivers bring them in and stuff. Like, that's money. That's baller move.
But would you ever want him or her to drive you wherever?
Let's be clear. It's not going to be her. They are horrible drivers.
Hey. Rude. Would you still want this person to drive you even when you
vacation?
didn't need it?
Yeah, vacation. Like you drive. Like that. Someone else driving on vacation is the best. I have to do all the driving on vacation.
Yeah, that's not right.
And like when somebody else is driving, you feel like you sleep. Like 2 hours later, you wake up. You're like, oh my goodness, where are we at now? We're in Florida. Holy cow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I could see
The
where
best
that would
trip
be.
I ever had was on a tour bus. We had a 17-hour run. And you got video games you're playing, you got food, you can get up, walk around. When you're tired, you go lay down and go to sleep. Like that 17 hours, it flew by. Like it was great. And traffic was a problem. Oh, okay.
Not my problem.
I'm gonna go lay down some more. Like this is great, man. Oh my goodness. If I could have a tour bus person drive me for vacations, I would do that in a heartbeat.
This is why God never gave you stardom.
I know 100%. Like I know this. Because I would have a private plane. I would never fly commercial again, and I would never have those headaches, and I would fly private for sure. If I won the lottery or something like that, absolutely. And I would do it for dumb things too. Like,
of course you would.
Yeah.
They'd be like, sir, you're hurting the planet.
what are you going to do?
Count a field.
Yeah, that's it. I'd have a helicopter to take me to the grocery store. It'd be so great. I'd build my own landing pad on the top of Publix. And then I'd have them cut a special room down. Like some of these people that have won like $1 billion, like that is life-changing money, like completely. And
except when you find out the government's taking.
you're walking home with $500 million, right off the top. You're actually going to take about $250 million, so it's not life-changing.
And the government says, "Thank you, sir."
Don't even get me started about the government. Don't even get me started about that.
Wait, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Let's say the $500 million goes towards something that you do not want it to support.
Yes.
But you would get the other $500 million. Would you still take the $500 million, even though you know the other half is going to go to the government towards something you don't want to support?
Well, because I know that's going to happen anyway. Like, because they support so many things that I don't
So then
believe
would you
with.
do it?
I'll take the money. I'll take the other $500 million, and I'll try to counteract what they do with theirs. Like, the amount of money the government wastes is unconscionable. I'm definitely.
I don't want to get you on a soapbox.
Oh, I know.
Anyways,
Yeah.
you know what, guys?
Yeah, because I'm like looking forward to like this nonsense where they're talking about like unrealized capital gains taxes. That better get shot down, or you're gonna have a revolt, like Tea Party type revolt.
And get Wally started on Boeing. Boeing is the absolute worst. Did you hear? No. Hey!
I just turned her mic off.
Boeing is the absolute
I'm not doing this. All right, well that's gonna do it for your Aftercast for today. And as always, thank you for being a potty.
Growing up in poverty has never been easy for children, but with the added challenges of the pandemic, conflict, and natural disasters, families around the world are facing an unprecedented food crisis. Unfortunately, those who are already hungry are now even more desperate. But by sponsoring a child through compassion, you can help provide life-sustaining essentials such as food and clean water. And with your compassionate support, that child can not only survive, but also flourish. You can find out how and choose a child to sponsor when you click on the compassion banner at wayfm.com.